Good afternoon, my centers. I am MrSEN, the Donald Trump of anime. And today we're going to be looking at the first time reactions to Grummz getting a little exposed and the grifters that, well, are just doing the sweeping, as everybody says. Now, before we get into this, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, Sen, what is the switch? Are you back to MAGA? And what happened? How did this happen? Well, to put it short, sweet, and to the point, the Ricada mind virus took over. Now the Ricada mind virus has been cleansed. But there's going to be a video, of course, explaining why this happened. For now, all I can say was the Ricada mind virus and Jim Mediker's stream, of all things, really put a lot in perspective, right? So, if you've seen that, go check it out. If you haven't, well, I'll be making a video covering that as well. But again, on to today's video. And it's actually funny because it kind of details what my initial problems were, so to speak. When I really came to a realization, it wasn't so much President Trump or even Elon Musk that were really that much of the issue. More so, it was the people that were around them, associated with them, or they felt like they were okay with letting them get away with stuff. Sometimes that wasn't even the case, to be fair. I saw this one comment trying to pin like these Signal group chat leakings on Trump, and I just want to say to you, you're kind of the reason why I also, decided this was really not the righteous path that people like Midas Touch and Adam Mockler are trying to make it out to be. If you legitimately want to blame Donald Trump, who had no involvement in a single group chat, as the perpetrator of this, you're fucking dumb. You were also the reason I hope we have 10 years of Republicans in the White House at this point. And seeing as how the numbers are going, it's probably going to happen. However, before I get off topic, again, sorry, there's just a lot to unpack here. When it comes to Grummz, he's probably the definition of the reason why I soured on MAGA a lot. See, a lot of people in the anti-SJW crowd have their skeletons in their closet, and I don't mean their weird, fetishes, the kink shaming or whatever. It's more so, like, for example, when Grummz was licking lollybellies, I didn't really care about that. I didn't comment on that. Well, I think I did comment. I was like, you're kind of old to be doing that, but, go off, king. It wasn't even that I had an issue with. It's a little weird, but, Grummz, his ethnicity could prove why that's the case. And Daddy Jim, Daddy Jim does like licking Pippa's feet or armpits. I don't know. I heard this from Josh Moon, so I guess I heard it from the grapevine, guys. But whatever, fetishes exist is what I'm trying to say. The problem with Grummz here, it's not so much the fetish aspect that's taking place. It's more of like a variety of factors, and we can actually go over here where I actually pointed it out. Now, I don't know if this parody account is like being legit, where he's one of the people that are just trying to say it's a nothing burger, right? I'm assuming they're not being serious because this is dumb. But they say lesbian wrestling sounds cooler than the prawn drawings you people defend. So basically Grummz got exposed for doing some kinky stuff. But also, not only that, these are the main things, right? These are the main points that, people should be side-eyeing him for and kind of prove all the detractors of Grummz right. Now, again, Grummz is using MAGA as a shield. If anything else, if nothing else, rather, I can give MAGA this. When they fuck up, they call each other out. They give their own a piece of their mind. From what I've seen, and this has been happening for like 3 months already, and honestly, that's more than I can say for any of the left-wingers. That's more than I can say for any of the Democrats. Okay? Even if you're going with the mindset of you're picking the lesser of two evils, it's clearly the right. But that's again a video for another day. Here's what Grummz ends up doing. He evades taxes, child support, and embezzles money from companies and fans to fund pornography. that in itself is kind of funny, because if we move on here, there's like the irony of all these accounts, the grifting accounts, which you're going to see a very interesting one right here. You're going to be like, hey, I know that guy, you know? The irony of all the accounts replying to this being people who hounded Alyssa Mersante for being a worker and, you know, a flex worker, but are now all of a sudden saying so. With this, with Mark Curd is hilarious. So they're like, it's just a nothing burger. It's a nothing burger. This comes from this account over here. Mark Kern led a double life as a pornographer who wrote, produced, commissioned, filmed, and directed fetish porn for over 2 decades. Again, like the irony on this. And, you know, really what they're doing is people like Grummz really sour MAGA as a whole. It's sad. You cannot put that, though, on Donald Trump. Donald Trump does not know who the fuck Grummz is, okay? If you think Donald fucking Trump knows who fucking Grummz is, if anything, you know, and I'm not even an Elon hater per se anymore, and I'll explain why again later on down the line. But like, if anything, realistically, you could probably put that more on Elon than you can fucking Trump. Alright, Elon is more ingrained in this shit. You have literal visual proof where Elon is ingrained in the social media. I think even fans of Elon can give him this fucking criticism that the reason people laugh at him is because it seems like he just wants more social validation than he actually fucking needs. Right? And again, we'll go into that, and I'm not even talking as like a hater of Elon Musk anymore per se, because again, there was something that kind of put something in perspective for me, but we'll go on and we'll explore that another time. So, during Grummz' time at Blizzard Red 5 and his time when he was supposed to be working on Ember, and to 3 days ago, he's living a second life. Here are all the details with the archival evidence plus more. They actually made a video on this. This video is blowing up. Okay, it really is. I haven't watched it because it's going to be part of a video I'm going to, one, react to. Second, I'm going to make a edited video on this. This felting needs to happen. This felting probably will happen, right? I think I have a prediction that maybe the Kino Casino might go over this in itself, maybe. But one pair of people that won't go over it, and you can bet, you know, you saw this coming a mile away, is the anti-SJW crew, particularly the people on the Flashcast. Alright, I believe this is where we can find it. Okay, so we got fucking Grummz. This is part, apparently, of his fetish and shit. I'm trying to find our good friend Yellow Flash, who was in here. The reason I want to go ahead and point out Yellow Flash in particular is because Yellow Flash is... It's funny, because this is the same guy that I kind of gave the benefit of the doubt to. A bit... in the sense of with the Ricada thing, for example, right? Okay, so here we have it here. Yellow Flash's cope over here, and it's worth noting that after I criticized Yellow Flash, shortly after he unfollowed. So I know, again, Yellow Flash pays attention to the most trivial things, the most trivial streams. Hey, I got the screenshotted proof. It's okay. This guy also follows Rev Says Disu, so why he tries to call fucking Lolly, you know, pedophilia is beyond me. Again, just the walking contradiction, but this guy was fucking Nick Ricada's friend up until he needed to disassociate with Nick Ricada for his brand. And now he's currently harboring Grummz, who is another freak, to be honest. I mean, if you're approaching this from like a judgmental normie's point of view, right, then fucking Grummz is a freak. Right? And that's what Yellow Flash is. He's a judgmental normie, right? He'll throw around pedophilia accusations, kind of like Ricada, funny enough. He's a little more sly about it. He's done it before. I can get a compilation of this shit. I probably will. You know, in the past, I had heard that he tried to dox people behind the scenes. A minor at that. I'm going to see if I can still find those screenshots, Flash. I remember when you were doing this. This is before you blew up. This was during the Wii Wars days. I'm going to see if I can get in contact with a certain... brother that's one of the people that are on your show as well, and see if he can find those for me. Again, if not, consider yourself lucky or whatever. But the regardless of the matter is, he does this damage control for Grummz, and this is one of the reasons, guys, that, like, even though I am pro-Trump and I am MAGA again, I'm not trusting any of these people, right? I don't care how authentic they may seem. on the surface. To actually go ahead and put my neck out and say this person's honest, I'm not doing that anymore. This is ridiculous. I can't. All right, I can't, because the yellow flash is part of the problem. These people are part of the problem. These people are what warped my mindset. In fact, I'll go one step further and give you a point. Like, even Medicare is probably Medicare is probably the most honest when it comes to this. But I've Scream yesterday, for example, he didn't even run damage control for Elon Musk. He was laughing at the people committing Hassan Piker acts to try to prove a fucking point. And I gotta say, yeah, that's pretty fucking funny, because that's a factual thing, and it's hilarious that the good guys think that by committing Hassan Piker acts, they're actually being the good guys, when this originated from them from the get-go, right? So again, even fucking Daddy Jim, I guess I was fucking wrong. I mean, I'll accept humility for once. I was wrong there. I thought Jim Medicare was gonna go in and run damage control. I really thought that. Apparently he did not. He did not. So he spoke a lot of truth and put a lot in perspective. Just goes to show you why he's the internet dad. And he still kind of holds up to this day. Whatever. Anyway, Yellow Flash, part of the problem here. He goes ahead, does the epic, I thought sex work was empowering. To where is it, if that's what you think, God bless, but that's not what this is about. Again, Yellow Flash, the deceptive phony that he, but again, you have to look at all the people he's harbored in his fucking stream. And since Grummz wants to do guilt by association, you know how he did that and he got epically owned by Ubisoft of all people? Ubisoft, whatever, of all fucking people, right? Oh my god, dude. Like, if we want to do guilt by association, Yellow Flash's flashcast is in trouble. I'm gonna tell you, like, he has a troon. He has a guy who literally wanted to be a troon that made his parents fight, right? he has that there. What else does he have? He has fucking Grummz, right? The lolly licker, who, remember, Yellow Flash thinks lolly's pedophilia, but he's allowed to have Grummz there. All right? There's no contradiction there, pal. Okay, what else does he had Raging Golden Eagle for the longest time. Raging Golden Eagle, another guy that likes Wally, right? But Yellow Flash is saying that's pedophilia. He had Nick Rekieta, even though the farmers and everybody under the sun was already pointing out that Nick Rekieta was a fuck up, and that Nick Rekieta was not, the righteous man he made him out to be. For fucking God's sakes, Yellow Flash let a lawyer go on a stream and say, if somebody calls you a pedophile, just call him a pedophile back. So to think this guy is clean, no, I got egg on my face for actually thinking this fucking idiot was genuine in the least. Like, are you fucking kidding me? This right here in itself, I hate to make Yellow Flash like the fucking put the spotlight on this guy as the epitome of what a grifter in the anti-SJW movement's gonna do, but this is probably it. I saw others. Okay, I saw Smash JT there, as I quote tweeted him and stuff. I saw what's her face. I think we're gonna go check that out. This is Mark's response, but we're gonna go over that in a second. So let's take the spotlight out. Madam Sabby, another butterface right-wing grifter over here, tried to say damage control. Here it goes again with the if she had your pumped again, Butterface. Let me stop you right there. I'm gonna let you finish real quick, as Kanye once says. The sex isn't the issue. The finances are. This has nothing to do with politics, you mush brain pick me. It's about him stealing the money that people provided to his Kickstarter to make said prawn. And this is, like, again, the main point. I see a lot of people, including Kiwi Farms, but again, I'm going to say it right here and then. Kiwi Farms did it before it was cool. All right, before there was a Fratanga calling this out, before there was an upper echelon calling this out, Kiwi Farms was doing this shit, okay? And that's not any shade to Fratanga or upper echelon. I'm glad they got the fucking balls to actually eventually do this shit on their platform. But, like, Kiwi Farms did it before it was cool. Again, they pointed it out before it was cool. These people, like Madam Sabby and Yellow Flash, and I'm sure John De La Rose is there as well. Right, John De La Rose has a great track record himself, right? Yeah, that guy. I'm sure they're gonna be like, so what? It starts always like so. Please, guys, please. I feel like begging for people like Flash and this, Butterface pick me to see reality is a wasted effort because they don't want to. They're very clearly hiding. They're scared. They're fucking scared of the truth. All right. They do little damage control spins, and it's rather fucking sad. But honestly, probably worth a separate video looking at all the grifters that defend Grummz. This should be about Grummz in itself. And here's Grummz. Grummz has been coping the entire day. Since last night, he's been threatening lawsuits, like saying that he's going to do this and that. He hasn't even finished the game, by the way, mind you. All right. But number one, he went ahead. And again, he's using MAGA and the American people as a shield, which again, honestly, is part of the reason, my love for MAGA died out. But then I realized, and again, Medicare put it in perspective. A couple of people behind the scenes actually put it in perspective, one of which I want to give a shout out to my mod, Gigi Evans, who's been there for me and has really helped me out a lot. He's really put things in perspective a lot. There's been times where I've just been... he's my second in command for a reason, right? He puts a lot of into perspective, and God bless to that guy, and God bless to some of the Seni squad. To be honest, you guys were trying to make me see the light and stuff, and trying to heal me from the Ricada mind virus. Some of you gave up, some of you left, and that's fine, But others, I see the real ride or dies. I see you guys. I know that you wanted me to come back and see common sense, and well, all I can say is we're back. We're back. We are so fucking back. So we're gonna end up making America, YouTube, and anime great again. All right. But that being said, let's get into Grummz's response. One of them, because again, like I said, this warrants multiple videos. One of which I'm going to try to fit it into one, because there was only a part 1 on Grummz so far, so there's likely going to be a part 2. This is going to be Grummz week, baby. As I said, my first executive order on what grifter anti-SJW to expose will be Grummz, because for you see, Grummz, it's not that you like lolly. That's not the issue. It's not that you have weird fetishes and like to dress up as a cat. I'm sure a lot of men like doing that secretly. It's not that. It's that you're a lying, fucking, filthy grifter that's using the great movement of MAGA as a fucking shield to try to defend your disgusting ways, along with any other anti-SJW grifter. Alright? The problem has always been the grifters. It's never been MAGA. It's always been grifters. And you know what? If we want to talk grifters, what about all the lefty Democrat grifters that have been popping out of nowhere? Mr. Adam Mockler, Midas Touch with all those fancy little memberships you like getting out. How righteous is your cause, huh? How righteous could your cause really be? Man, would be ashamed if anybody pointed out this information on your side of things. Maybe there's a certain Donald Trump of anime that might have time to do that in the near future, but we'll see. All right. I don't like being lied to. I don't like having egg on my face. All right. It's very shameful. Very disgusting. Very not good. Not good. Not good at all. But let's again, Grummz' response here. The lefties went too far. They doxed me, tried to get me killed with bounties. I went to dark web to not claim word password on email to try to cancel me for stuff 20 years ago, which turned out to be nothing. I'm going to hell. They put me in a position where I had no choice but to destroy ideology. Oh man, you really wanted? Yeah, okay. Chill out, Mr. Panda Express. All right, it's the classic. This is a nothing burger, and this is all leftist. Last time I checked, people like Fratanga and even the farmers, they're not lefties. Grummz, like, this is dumb. People that have exposed you are not leftists. This is objectively uncredible. Like, this is something the legacy media would do. It's disgusting. It is 100% disgusting. And, this is another reason why I'm like, Elon's kind of a fucking idiot. But, man, I'll just tell you now, okay? I'll put this in a video still. The reason I kind of, like, softened up on Elon Now, I looked at it from this perspective. I am the Donald Trump of anime. There is no denying that. You know, even any of Trump's negative qualities, I've done, and I am. It is like, which probably makes sense because I told you many a time again. I really like this guy's style. I think he's funny. I think he's got a lot of charisma, so it makes sense. On the other note, I started wondering, why would he keep Elon Musk? Who does Elon Musk remind me of? And then it hit me. He reminds me of one of my very close best friends, Slug. Elon Musk is my friend Slug. It's so bizarre. It's so fucked up that it took me this long to figure it out. Can we get a Sluglon Musk in the chat? So, again, it's like one of those things. How can I be a hater at that point? And I also did a little bit of my own research. I went back, and you know what? Musk might be fucking stupid. Musk might be a little insecure and ask for social validation a lot more than he should for a billionaire. Musk might not be the best father. At least he's not Ricada. But he kind of has a point with certain things. And I'm going to point out why in defense of Musk, because he's like my little buddy Slug. So again, you know, this is where it's come from. I'll put it out all in a separate video. But the main point here, Grummz, is I don't know why Elon's giving you credibility. It's sad, really. But again, Elon's never been the most intelligent person, just like my buddy Slug. I love you, man. Is what it is, okay? But again, I want to point out, Donald Trump is not the person saying, oh, you should talk to fucking Grummz. He probably doesn't even know what a fucking Grummz is. Maybe he'd need a briefing to know who this fucking guy is. Like, who is this? Is this the Panda Express delivery man? I like Panda Express. Please give me my Kung Pao chicken, Grummz. Please bring it to my Mar-a-Lago. It's great. It's going to make Panda Express great again. Yeah. So dumb. Oh, bro. I'm so dumb, but I'm having so much fun again. You know, and people say that if you leave the left or you stop dropping their fucking annoying ideology, you feel so much more refreshed. They're not wrong. So we find, like, even people are fucking tagging iFinder retards to fucking, come in. To try to do damage control again. It's like, you know, just because somebody, like, I don't know, man. If nothing else, you know, can you take away one thing from this, guys? And I know MAGA will probably do this, because it calls the group out. Like, people wanted to look at it as infighting, right? Or the people like Midas Touch, people like Adam Mockler want to, and people like Hassan as well, for that matter. Well, look at this as infighting. In reality, what it is, right? It's people holding each other accountable, which again is something you did not see in the Democrat era. You did not see this on the left there. You did not see this in the Biden era ever. You saw a bunch of people sweep, cover things up. When did they ever hold each other accountable? For that matter, when did they show they were like human beings that made mistakes? No, it was always them trying to, and this has been their issue from the get-go, trying to keep this squeaky clean image for years. For 9 years. And what did they do? They fucked it all up. So, again, if you want to play semantics and being like, well, technically, Trump had a president. Yeah, Trump had a presidency that was blocked by a bunch of Democrats. That's the reality. What I'm saying is the Democrats have factually had control for a long time, and things have only gone to shit, right? And anytime things went to shit, what did we have to do? We had to say, oh, no, it's for the greater good. I don't pay out. Why doesn't Trump get that courtesy? Yeah, the stocks are down. No, we're not going to go into the specifics of why that is, but, like, it's down. It's like, don't listen. Don't listen to lefty media. Don't listen to legacy media. All right, always do your research. Just kind of like what you have to do with this fucking freak over here, all right? And it's like, I say freak to this guy, you know, Not because of all the weird things he likes to do in his bedroom or like behind the scenes or anything. It's just he's a fucking asshole. That's literally the reason why. It's more of like a ad hom, you know? But it is what it is, guys. That's all for this video. I went on for quite a bit. I'm going to make another one, several other ones, in fact, because I have a feeling this guy is going to cope. I'm pretty sure there are more posts that he's been making. There's some footage to be had, and I have not gone through it all. And it was already 25 minutes into this thing. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Have a good rest of your day. Send a like if you're feeling good, if you're feeling those positive vibes, and let me know what you think about me dropping the Ricada arc. Yes, I'll admit, I'll take the L. I had a Ricada arc. I had the Ricada mind virus. Again, more to come. Gonna expose Midas Touch. Gonna expose Adam Mockler. Harry Sissel, whatever the fuck his name has already been exposed. Might go over him again. Hey, might make an entire compilation video, on the whole lefty bullshittery that's been going about. Wish me luck. There's going to be a lot of bullshit to go over.